Hello there friends, and welcome to this video about some common error fixing in WordPress. Some of you might have been unlucky enough to experience this screen. So this is an error screen for WordPress. In the past, there was only a blank white screen if there were an error. But since version 5, you getting greeted by this little message. It's not very helpful, but yeah, you get this one instead of just a blank screen. So I guess that's an improvement if you want to look at it that way. Now, fixing an issue with WordPress can be quite simple, depending on the issue, of course, and your level and willingness of code things yourself, or at least have a look in the in the code files. All right, so today I'm going to look through some common errors that's causing this screen, and what you can do to solve them. All right. So most common issue is a plugin that causing the error. So usually you will notice pretty fast if you download and install a plugin and then you update your page and you see this error message, then it's pretty clear that's the last plugin that you install that's causing the error. So what you can do is just go back in and um, delete it, and then either reinstall it, or yeah, well, best course of action is to just contact the developer and tell them about the issue. All right, so now how can you remove or delete a plugin if you can't even access your site? So if you're on cPanel, then you can go into your cPanel, and what you have to do is just go to the file manager, and what you need to do is go to the VP content folder, and in the VP content folder find the plugin folder, and in the plugin folders you just rename the folders. Okay, so for example, if you have a plugin called forms, what you need to do is just rename it to, for example, forms-test. Okay, and then when you refresh your page, then you should be able to access your site and dashboard again, and then from there you can try to reinstall the plugin. If you don't have the cPanel, you can do the same with FTP, like FileZilla, something like that. So in the past, the quickest way, if you're not a coder and don't want to have a look at the actual code, then this is the best way to do it. Just take all your plugins, rename them, and then reinstall them one by one, and then you will see what causes the error. Now there is a quicker way to find out which plugin or what exactly is causing the error, but it requires you to do some type of coding yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the debugger, and to initialize the debugger, what we need to do is we need to go into our code. So the file you need to find is the vp-config.php file, and that file is located in the root of your folder. So let's take a look there. Okay, so I have a FTP server here, FileZilla it's called. It's pretty common software to use to upload files to your server. So if you are in the theme, sorry, not the theme, but in your WordPress installations root folder, you can head down here. Here you have all the other folders like admin, the content. Here's where you have all the plugins and the themes. So if we open up this one here, you will see all the theme plugins and then the themes. So you can see the themes that I have here. And for the plugins, I'm not using any plugins really. I haven't downloaded any, so it's just the Akismet. It comes with the WordPress installation. So let's take a look at the vp-config.php. So now I am in the root of my WordPress installation. So let's just scroll down and find the vp-config.php. And this is not the sample vp-config-sample.php. It's the vp-config.php file we need. All right, so let's open this one up. Let's do that. All right, so let's enlarge it a little bit. Okay, so here's I have all the information about my WordPress site. So what we need to do is scroll all the way down till you find this comment. So that's all. Stop editing. Happy pressing. Okay, and above this one, you want to find this line of code. So this one is the debugger, and it's set to false by default. Now, it might so happen that you don't have this file. So what you need to do, if you don't have it, just copy this line here, or just put it in here, just above the this comment here. That's all. Stop editing. Happy pressing. So let's change this one to true and save it. And I'm on FileZilla here, so I just need to re-upload it. And then let's head back to our website, and let's refresh here. I should have the same error. So I have a parse error, syntax error, unexpected. Okay, so that gives us the information exactly what kind of error it is. And then over here, just follow the file structure here, and you will find exactly which file it is and where in this file it is. So if you follow here, it's in the vp-content themes. In my themes folder, CIYI theme, and in that folder, it's the functions.php file on line 2. Now, if you have a plugin, you will, instead of coming to the themes folder here, you will say plugins. All right, and then from there, you can see exactly which plugin it is. And then you can try to either fix the problem in that plugin file, or just, as I said earlier, rename the whole plugin. That should work. So now this one tells us it's in our functions.php on line 2. So let's open up that file. So let's go to the FileZilla program here and to our WordPress installation. And let's go into the vp-content folder. And let's go into our themes. And it's this one, CIYI theme. And in this theme is the functions.php right here. So let's edit this one. And line 2. In line 2, all right. So over here, I'm on for today. I'm using Notepad++, and it will tell you the line number out here. So if we look here, line 2. Okay, we have 2 dots here, and that's what's causing the error. Let's just remove these and hit save. And then let's go back to our FileZilla and save it or upload it. And now let's go back to our page and let's refresh. And we should be all good to go here. Okay, so that's how you solve that issue. So as you can see, it's if you turn on the debugger, it's fairly easy to at least find where the problem is. All right, so that's that. Now you might get another issue um, that has nothing to do with well, it can have something to do with your plugins. But if you get a message that says something like this, you got the fatal error and allow memory size of this amount of bytes exhausted. Try to allocate this amount of bytes. Okay, and here you can see it says here it's something in the plugin. So this means that you have the memory on your WordPress installation is not enough. So you need to increase the memory size, and that's fairly easy to do. So remember when I said when I talked about the vp-config.php, we need to go back into that file and fix that. All right, so now we're back here in our vp-config.php file, and once again, if we scroll all the way down to find this comment, that's all stop editing, happy pressing, and that's just before our debugger. Oh, sorry, yes, after our debugger. So let's go down to a new line, and we just need to put in a line of code. So it starts off with a define, and then vp underscore memory limit, and now the number we need to increase the memory with. So I usually put in a pretty high number just to be on the safe side. But you can choose any number you want here. You can put up 50 or 8. That's up to you. But I usually go with 265 and then an M as in megabytes after, just to be on the safe side here. And then let's close it off with a semicolon. And that's it. So now just save this file and go back to our FileZilla here and re-upload it. And next time you go into your site and refresh, you should have your site up and running again. All right, so let's just refresh here to make sure everything works fine, and it does. All right, so that's how you can fix that kind of error when the memory is not enough. As you can see, turning on the debugger is very useful in pinpointing the exact piece of code that is causing the error, and it will save you a lot of time. Even if you can't fix it yourself, it's easier to tell a more seasoned developer exactly what the problem is, and that would help the developer's job quite a lot. All right, so I hope this video was helpful, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next.